This is Sports Zone on Lagos Talks 91.3.
What a strike! What a goal! Get into Sean Long! Sean Long's running over.
So you're blowing your this morning.
3 blasts for 3 goals against Benin. Nice.
I don't even that would beat Benin through.
You actually said it in fairness.
But you said it without conviction.
Because
You said it hopefully.
Because the truth about it is we have given Benin importance. That result made Benin look like they could beat us. They cannot beat us. Benin.
No, but
What does Benin have?
no, but funny enough, that doesn't
Other than Coyote, what else do they have?
that doesn't turn Benin into a bad side of
They're not a bad
They were
team.
quite. In fact, I'll say this, and it might sound a bit controversial, but I think the results slightly flattered the Eagles. I
don't think so.
I think the Benin team put in they were well organized.
First half, they were well organized.
Benin.
God bless you. So
But
the
they capitulated in the
timing
second
of that goal was heartbreaking.
Yeah.
You understand?
Benin.
We said once you
I thought we saw different games, though.
and then Wabali pulled off a couple of very good saves. You know,
That was in the second half.
No, but wait. In this studio, I've heard us talk about how Nigeria tried, and the Eagles say, but they lost. So they tried, but they lost. That means the better side won.
No, of course, I didn't.
Benin came into that game with the intention to pack the bus and defend.
frustrate, yes.
And wait for one lucky break. But the Eagles kept moving. Off the ball, they were rolling.
Yeah.
That first half, we killed them. Second half, I thought players got a bit tired because even you could see Ndidi asking to be substituted. So it shows obviously they're not up to full match fitness, a lot of them. But once Lookman was in his groove, Lookman was grooving. Off the ball, the guy was just dancing around.
No, it was a bundle of skill yesterday. And Osimhen's very well
Very
taken
well-
goal.
yeah.
Oh, it was a very good goal.
And then the one that he missed after, just
It was a very good goal. It was a very good goal. All 3 goals were good.
Well taken.
Did
So-
he show Napoli standards?
Yeah.
I mean, with that goal.
Yeah, because actually he said they had practiced that goal. Saw a video where he said they had practiced that goal in training. And then once the ball came, they just told the guy, feel. So the word was feel. Once he came and then he just smashed it. But watch the build up to that goal. Somebody was holding him, shrugged him off the ball, ran into the box, stayed alone, gave himself time and space. And then Benin just, like I said, Benin.
Actually, but you know what?
The best thing Benin have is raw. Benin.
Well, no, they have some. But you know, for me, is your daddy around?
Is your daddy around? Is
My
your
daddies
daddy
are
in the
around.
building?
My daddies are around.
It's around. Okay, fine.
Both of them. My daddies are around. Both of you. You're my dad as
I
well.
know who's the other.
Can you guys just start though? Can you
Okay,
start the show?
okay, Charles. That's what I meant. Just say your daddy's on the phone. Morning, Charles. How you doing, Jerry?
I do.
What are going?
You started.
Yes, we have.
Yes, we have. Nice of you to join us.
Yes, this is going on.
No, this is okay. That started with staircases this morning. Yeah, morning.
Is that Solly?
No.
One second, yeah.
Solly is not here.
Solid's not
His
here.
voice is not as good as this.
Oh, okay.
It's the broadcasting genius you hear.
Where are you?
Exactly. Where are you?
Where am I?
Yeah.
We can be in
Why you ask
Kigali.
me a question with a question?
We
Where
can
are
be in
you?
Kigali. So where are you?
Where are
Can
you?
you just wait, let me answer?
Because he's thinking. Because he's thinking about the answer. He's thinking about the
When the
answer.
Nigerian says, "Where am I?" Say, "Where am I?"
I'm on my way. I'm on my way to Rwanda.
But Eagles are there already. You're at least 12 hours
Match will be
late.
tomorrow, bro.
Okay, so
Match will be tomorrow.
he's taking Uber. How you see the game?
I think it was the Super Eagles in
The
in
end.
full regalia. Yeah. I've heard you guys talk about how Benin Republic were organized and all the whatnots. I think it was just the Super Eagles finding their feet. You know, that made the Benin Republic team look like they had something to offer. I said the loss earlier was just a blip.
Yes.
It happens in international football.
Yeah.
You know, when it comes to pedigree.
No, wait, Charles.
When it
Let me
comes
hear
to
you say that again. The loss was just a blip
Yes, it was.
to Benin.
Yes, it was a blip.
It was a blip.
It was a blip.
But you
Losing
screamed
to
for the
Benin
sack
was
of the
first
coach.
time.
Because the
It was
coach
the first time
didn't
it
do
happened.
it right. He didn't do the right thing.
It was the first time it had happened to Nigeria in 65 years. It was unfortunate that it happened when it did. You know, but it was just a blip. You know, the pre-match conference where General was talking, he said, look, whatever happened 2 months ago is at the back of our minds. We're not going to think about that and feel somewhat overconfident. because he said when you look at the Super Eagles, in comparison to what he's got, there's just nothing that suggests that Benin Republic could actually get a win over the Super Eagles. But they have a sense of unity in the squad, and they will give their best. In terms of the foreign players they just have 2 players who play in Germany. All the others play in lower divisions around the African continent. Some of them even, amateur players. So he did know before the game even started that his team don't stand a chance against the Super Eagles. And that showed all the way through from the very first blast of the whistle up until the end. It was a bit shaky at some points, yes. But it was just a team trying to get the best out of what supposedly, was a
Charles, I don't necessarily agree with you, but I think he'll come back. But let me just put my own little thesis out here. Well, I know we're going to talk about the game later on, but I'd like to concentrate on Augusto Eguavoen.
All of that goal.
Okay, we lost you for a bit there.
Football, and indeed world football as well.
So can you repeat that? We lost you for a sec. Can you repeat what you said?
I was saying that no matter how you look at it, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you now. It's gone.
How you look at it, in world football, there will always be minnows, no matter what it is. And Benin Republic are minnows, as far as African football is concerned, as far as
You know what I'll say here in response to what Charles has said. Yeah, there may be minnows, but if you are not up to scratch, if you are not up to your game, if you are not on your game on the day, then you lose.
Which was what happened the last time we played Benin.
Let me just rewind, okay? And this is not holding brief for Augusto Eguavoen and all that. If the NFF,
not to hold brief for him too. It's not a crime.
Thank you. And if the NFFC wants to go ahead and go and look for a strong white man, but they're free to. But I think Eguavoen has been a bit unfortunate with the Eagles. Now, if you go back to the AFCON in Cameroon, he won his first 3 games, and then we lost to Tunisia in the knockout stages. Now, remember, 2 things happened in that game which swung the game against us. One, Alex Iwobi got sent off almost immediately after coming on, and Maduka Okoye considered a goal.
Crazy goal.
A crazy goal from God knows when. Shouldn't have. So that was that. We were knocked out. That's tournament football. One mistake and you're out. Much more then. World Cup qualifiers in Kumasi. I remember very well. We had the better of that game in Kumasi. We had 2 gilted chances, which I think Moses Simon was guilty of one of the misses of the match or whatever. We ended up playing goalless. Now we lost 1-1, so we drew 1-1 in Abuja.
Okay.
We also another hapless
performance by Osimhen.
No, the goalkeeper, Francis
Zoho. Yeah, that's the name I can't remember.
Osimhen
missed some chances as well.
Missed some chances as well. Okay, then we all packed him up, threw him out. Then if we now come back to the World Cup qualifiers now, everybody is blaming Finidi George. He got sacked. Literally, he was handing out time. But our terrible results were the 2 results that we had. Benin is ranked 21 in CAF, Lesotho, who we beat home and away previously. Do you understand? We drew with them in this country. And then, Lesotho is ranked 45 in Africa. 45 or 41, 41. Zimbabwe is ranked 33rd in CAF. Just coming back from we couldn't get to the result. We now do with South Africa and lost to Benin, where the boys for me did not play. Yesterday they played for Eguavoen.
Yes.
So I asked myself, why not look inwards? This $50,000, $70,000 a month you want to pay foreign coach, invest that on sending one of these coaches for training abroad. Let him go and do 6 months with the Bundesliga, with Serie A, wherever.
Is this not the ego that last week or 2 weeks ago just agreed with us?
That what?
After we spoke to Mario, that Labbadia is the
no, Labbadia was because that's the way they want to go. It's if they want to go, if they bring Harvey Renard tomorrow, I'll be trying. If they bring Tom Sanford,
but Austin Eguavoen in a space of 1 year, in a space of 3 months, failed us twice.
How? I've just explained this. How did he fail us?
If I remember clearly, we got knocked out in the round of 16.
Yes, but I've explained the circumstances.
He explained the circumstances now.
It
wasn't down to the fact that he was a bad coach.
If Parceiro don't fail us by not being able to by not being able to beat
Ivory Coast,
Lesotho. No, forget about the final. This we got to the final. Not being able to beat Lesotho, who is ranked 41 in Africa, not in the world, 41 in the world, and Zimbabwe.
Did he lose?
We drew. That's as good as a loss.
Did he lose?
Charles just said there are no minnows. How can you not beat Lesotho at home? How can you not beat Benin ranked 21, so much higher than Lesotho?
But he did not lose. But he lost now.
But you know when they against Lesotho is a loss.
And obviously, you drew. No, let's not forget that there are two results. You drew with South Africa at home.
Yes.
And you lost.
Yes,
and obviously they were already
catched. Just said it in international football, anybody can.
And I agree, but it just shows that because this is another African in Nigeria who's handled the team, and the vibes is different. I didn't see any of this stuff.
Could it be that the commitment from the players are different?
That means the coach couldn't get it. No, it means the coach. It means the coach couldn't get it because what's Eguavoen doing?
I'm saying that where did he use it? So because Eguavoen was part of the team. Was part of Parceiro's team.
Being competent.
It's not the perfect fit as the head coach because if you remember, the players they used to prosecute the first two games, the friendlies, there were already mumblings coming through. So I'm just saying
it's not necessarily about his competence.
He was part of the team. So why are you saying that they didn't vibe with him? Was he not part of the
Parceiro? You see the vibe. The same players that played this game. It's not the same Benin we lost to. Well, is this a different Benin?
The good thing is that if I were all that money that these guys want to spend on foreign coach, let them invest it.
Why?
Why not?
Why would you? No, but why would you invest in a coach?
Why not?
Is that not the job of the coach to go and improve himself?
Where would the coach get the money?
The coach does not have money
on this program. Development.
We don't have. He doesn't have the money. But the company can always send you for training to improve your services for them.
Which coach is that?
You know that Nigeria could decide to be a mass producer of coaches for African teams.
Exactly.
That we're sending, and we sell them out.
We're not Saudi Arabia. We're not Morocco. Do you understand?
We don't have oil money flowing, but we have oil.
We have oil. Do you understand? We may not be flowing. We have oil. We cannot afford. We agree. Ab initio. We cannot pay the foreign.
We can pay.
No. Let's
we can pay for it.
We cannot afford the level of coach we want. Abi?
Nobody can afford what they want.
No, Femi, let's not.
They want Guardiola.
It's too early.
No.
Okay.
Let's not play grammatical.
Can we afford? I think we can afford $50,000.
$50,000.
Then I'm saying, take that $50,000 that you are paying out every month, use it as a one-off payment to send Eguavoen, Ogumodede, or Fidel to Europe for 6 months.
Why?
Why not? So the guy can come back and coach Nigeria, bring him up to bread.
And then you save $50,000 every month. That was saying
dollars, my dear, dollars. It's all good. But congrats to the Super Eagles anyway. I'm all leading out to my 2014 Brazil World Cup jersey, feeling really good. Now this is what jerseys. The Eagles, it looks like Achoebi. You guys actually like that.
I like that. I like it.
It represents us. It gives a vibe. Africa is a ride.
No, I love it. I love this. I love this new one. I love it.
Honorable Legbe is a decent guy. I love him. Another guy I love.
He's not from your state.
Yes, that's why I love him.
Didn't we have the same type of issue with if Genoa and
no, they didn't.
It's different.
So it's like saying RB Leipzig and Red Bull Salzburg. So RB Leipzig and RB Salzburg.
The same owners.
They're the same owners, but they both play in the Champions League.
Yes.
Now they had to find a way to explain how this doesn't pay for this. It's the same situation now.
Apples and oranges.
No, what I said, the Champions League is not apples and oranges. It's a competition.
This case, a clear case of relegation. Heartland were relegated on the spot, on the field of play. They were relegated. Then they now indicated interest. That sounds ridiculous. There was that, and we put our hands up. We won't go back. Meanwhile, the sensible thing to me, the second team to be on limits, let them take that, let them push up. Because
you reward them for
what they play throughout the season. That is normal. That's logical.
See, I'm going to read the communique. Now, specifically, I'm just jumping to the parts that explains it. There's one ownership of Beyond Limit and Remo Stars.
No, we accept that. We are not bothered about Beyond Limit. It's not an issue.
Okay.
We understand why Beyond Limits. It is what Heartland is doing there that bothers me.
All right.
Why not put the team behind Beyond Limits, finish behind Beyond Limits,
so
and let them take that slot?
So, with the NPFL upholding its rules regarding club ownership, the slots vacated by Beyond Limits was subsequently awarded to Heartland. The decision was based on Heartland meeting requirements of the vacant slot as outlined in Rule A5, subsection 21.
What's the rule?
So they're going to break it down now. They said existing clubs that meet the criteria for participation, including those stated in clause 5.3 of the rules, shall be registered to participate in the league. And they also mentioned that only teams that showed interest, which was only Heartland.
That rule is illogical. That there's something that has that rule is as opaque.
So the clubs relegated from the league in the immediate preceding season, in the order of their placement in the league, can put in for first refusal. Yes. First right of refusal stated here 5.2 and 5.21.
That rule is it's immoral, it's illogical, and it's against the spirit of fair play. Yes, it's wicked. Yes, it's against spirit. Why play 13 games? Can that happen in Premier League? Like team goes down, teams that even lose points, you go down with those points, or you fight your way and you survive. It can't happen anywhere in the rational
in
place.
a sane
environment. It can't happen.
So you're saying Nigeria is insane? That's what you're saying?
Because
you said it's insane.
I said it can't happen.
I said Nigeria is insane.
I said it can't happen.
I said our football is insane.
Anybody who's trying to enforce these rules should think about it in
Are you
terms of the world
global
standard. If this is what was obtainable before, based
obtainable
on
before, where it has never happened before.
That's what I'm saying.
Happen again.
There are rules.
They should not read it
There
out.
are rules. They quoted the rules here
So
now.
it should be modified. This is wrong.
This is wrong, Femi. It's a rule of
think about it.
Think about it.
Are you saying I'm
Even
insane?
your father thinks it's right.
Are you saying I'm insane?
I'll be wrong.
Objectively think about it.
What do you mean objectively? So there's a difference between ethics and law. This is what the law says. Because I know that
Femi, I like you at times. You speak truth. That law, that rule is unethical. You agree?
No.
Okay, then you don't speak sense. I will just.
Chuksapia says great choice of music on the Monday morning from Cardi to usher us into the sports zone. This says Tune from Surulere. As for the Super Eagles, I thank the creator that all the shenanigans have stopped. So the Super Eagles should continue to elucidate their matters and they should keep on winning. This here says congratulations to Coach Austin Eguavoen and his team on their impressive victory over loudmouth Genotro-led Benin Republic. The team's fighting spirit was a joy to behold, and I'm excited to see them continue to improve. I call on the NFF to prioritize stability by appointing a permanent manager, either foreign or local, without delay. There's nothing stopping the NFF from also paying $50,000 to hire any good local coach. What is good for the goose is good for the gander. Additionally, our local league has shown promising signs with notable wins. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Talk about Fowowe. It's early days for the NPFL. Just see it. But I don't see any reason why we should appoint a coach this year.
To be honest with you,
only one more match to play.
No, we have 4 games
this year.
Yes, so we have in October and we have in November, and it's for AFCON.
No, Femi, I mean, with that, as it's okay with our what do you think about them? Empower our local coaches. Why
do you think it's bad to empower local coaches?
It's not the job of the federation to empower local coaches.
Why?
Because
why not change? Is it you see, in life you can evolve, you can change your mind, you can look at, because this local coaching is not paying us. When last did we win anything with a foreign coach? The last thing we won was with Stephen Keshi.
But the local coach.
Do we agree? The last competition we won was 2013 with Stephen Keshi, Abi.
Winning the medal at the Olympics is not.
Last time we won English now. In English.
AFCON, my friend.
Last time we won the cup, the Nations Cup.
Okay.
Won. Yeah.
Wake up.
Now I'm looking at wake up. Now I'm looking at it. Why with Eguavoen, for instance? Why not empower this guy?
Eguavoen is a TD.
Then
why will you empower the TD?
Not bring him as coach.
No. So personally, I think that long term we should have a pool of coaches.
Yes.
And not always run to Eguavoen.
Yes.
Which is what we always do.
Okay.
But it is not the job
a pool of empowered coaches
in the technical department.
Local coaches.
Because whenever England has a TD, we're not the ones with TD. England has it, but I've never had England's TD take over the national team job.
Well,
because it's not Brian McDermott, the former assistant coach of Tottenham. I've never seen this. No, I'm just saying that international best practice. So I'm looking around the world.
Oh, it's international best practice when it comes to coaches, not for when the team is relegated and then you quote some myopic and
I'm not the one that quoted the law. I just quoted the law. I'm not the one that created the law now.
But you are supporting the law.
You remember the technical decision last year? Where? I said where? I said where? Of the NPFL, where?
I was on a group to check for best players in the and that was in the past.
No, but that was last season.
That was last season. This is this season.
Okay.
So I had nothing to do with those rules. Evil fellows. So
we'll try again. Don't worry. When one door close, we open another door. But I personally don't think we should employ a coach this year. I think Egwavon should take over the 6 games for qualifiers. We don't need to worry about the World Cup qualifier team match.
Assuming he wins all.
So between now and that time, when he's taking over the game,
he's not coaching anything now. Is he coaching anything? If the man takes over the job in November, he's not coaching anything now.
No, but let's assume
there's no game. There's no window. AFCON, Egwavon will qualify us for AFCON. That was not the problem. So our problem is that World Cup.
So why don't you
continue? No, we should employ
what? Another white man and throw away money. Whether you agree or not, maybe our listeners are the.
What's their job? What's the job? Your job as a coach is not to improve yourself. Is that not your job?
You see,
for you to become a good bride, won't you make up yourself well? Won't you do your hair well?
Femi, look at it. Do you know? Okay.
Do you know that some guys actually sponsor those things? Make the bride look nice, buy her hair.
No, not for the wedding. I'm saying before the wedding. No, when I walk on the road.
For the wedding.
When I walk on the road.
Okay. Wait. What do you mean buy her? You mean the woman will not use her real hair to do marriage?
No, they don't. They wear wigs now.
Is that what they've been offering you?
Okay.
But I was saying,
anyway,
the point I was making.
I would not be sidetracked. I will not be sidetracked this morning.
Why?
No.
Pay for coaches. What?
Do you know how much it costs to fly to London right now? I think 2-3 million right now.
Yeah.
Now, assuming where do you expect
which flight?
Okay. Where do you expect
an
NPFL coach to get at least 2 or 3 million for flight tickets? No, let's say 3 million return. Where you are going, it's not free. You are going to pay hotel. You are paying for the course, which could be anywhere between $20,000-$30,000.
You don't need to go abroad. Yes, you can do it online. There are many courses online.
Okay.
And you can get your certification.
Femi, I mean, read myself. I'm not going to engage this morning. I have a long week ahead of me. If I'm dragging
today is just Monday.
I don't last Wednesday. Exactly.
You still have Wednesday to go. Good morning, Sports Zone crew. Osimhen finally delivered. He justified his inclusion in the team. Kindly take your word back from your apple and oranges illustration. If he didn't train in Napoli's first team, that doesn't mean he isn't training to keep fit. Jerry,
come to the studio now and come and take back.
Jerry, just to answer your question, and because it's obvious that you didn't understand me, I said he should not start.
Exactly.
And he did not start.
He shouldn't play.
Am I excited that he scored? Yes. Because currently he's the second highest goal scorer in the national team.
It's really high though.
Yes.
21 and 35 or something.
It's obvious that you're listening from one point. I love Osimhen. Right? I love Osimhen. Yes, I may be upset with some of his actions.
I'm upset with this,
but I love him.
To be honest with you.
I obviously hope that he can. I pray he can break Rashidi Yekini's record because we won that. I also hope that when he breaks the record, he wins something with it. That's the only way we remember.
The thing is this, Femi. If we go back, and I'm sorry if I bang on about Finidi, but hey,
you're making excuses for him.
I'm not making.
That's what you're doing.
No. I like to review things.
Mm-hmm.
You see, because there's a revisionism which takes over in Nigeria, where people just want to throw the baby out with the bathwater. If we go back to that Benin game. In the first half of the first 30-35 minutes, the Super Eagles played very well. Remember, we took the lead. Then all of a sudden, we just lost our way. Considered a very silly goal. Considered the second one. And after that, the last 45 minutes was a disaster.
So the reason why I say he didn't do a good job is Benen's game. I think Benen played like 2 games or so before that, and they've scored from set pieces. So you should know that set pieces is their strength. And our 2 goals came from crosses.
So, what were the players on the pitch looking at?
You picked them now. It is you who picked them.
But so the players they can't look.
So at the end of the day,
United's goal that they consider against Brighton.
The buck stops because you're always blaming Ten Hag.
No,
you sit down here and blame Ten Hag.
Did I blame him for that?
You blame him for Liverpool's loss.
Yeah, of course I did.
My point is it that he now teach Casemiro how to pass the ball?
No, but it was a mistake.
No, you picked Casemiro.
It happens.
No, but he picked Casemiro.
But it still happens.
We blame Pep when Pep wasn't winning the Champions League.
And everybody blamed. There's sometimes you can't legislate for. Look at that United 3.
You blame Raw when we lost out to Argentina. Was it Raw's fault that Moses cannot track the fullback? But we always say that the box falls in front of the coach.
You know why it was Rowe's fault? Because he did nothing to influence the trajectory of the game. Absolutely nothing. He just stood there like a statue to the correct
and then the players. You know my method. In the words of Selokom, you know my method. Go and do what I need to do.
Let me
read a few more of your messages before we leave. This says, good morning, Sports Zone. For me, Boniface had a bad day. And that does not take the fact that he's a good player away from him. Please, I thought we have hired a foreign coach, Labadia. What happened? Because now Guavon, I saw doing... Would be this.
Just educate him. He's not been around.
Obviously.
What did they say?
He was saying that we employed a foreign coach. He saw Guavon. I'm like, who? But yeah. You're correct.
No,
we didn't sign. You said we didn't hire.
We didn't hire. We were supposed to, but we didn't.
We had a gentleman's agreement that
didn't go through.
There's nothing like gentleman's agreement. That's why
you see, that's why I was asking who is this, because you guys want to maybe explain. I don't want to explain.
You can't use gentleman's
maybe he went for NYC and then there was no network where it was.
Gentlemen, good morning. I think coach deserves some accolades for being patriotic and wanting to serve and fill the gap whenever there's crisis. And again, I salute the players for their efforts in making sure we had a good game. Adeboyega Adedeji, thank you. People shouldn't say what they don't know. Government sent some of their workers on refresher courses abroad till today in some parastatals. So the NFL can send coaches abroad. Uche Chris from Coca.
Thank you.
Thank you. This says, good morning, sir. Whether the government or private sector, if you're able to identify a potential employee, you send them on course. This will increase operational efficiency. I concur with your assertion, Mr. Shego. 1,000 goals for CR7 are still realistic. Benga Shoyemi. This here says, good morning, Sports Zone. Ademola from Idimu. My dad was sent to USSR by the federal government to study pharmacy and came back straight to work for government. Even all my uncles were sent abroad too. So yes, it is possible. It was a norm then until corruption scattered things. Funny Nigerians and funny comparison. We want coaches who barely earn 1 million in the local league to go outside with the current exchange rate. Is how we choose when to compare our situations with what's obtainable outside. Let's face it, our football situation is alien and we need every idea we can latch on to improve. If sending our coaches outside will help us improve, let's do it. Morocco got a foreign coach to train their coaches and the football is better for it. Let's evolve our game with different ideas. Reginald from Aja.
Thank you, Reginald.
You want to be a part of us? First off, follow us across all social media pages at Lagos Talks 913 is our handle. And of course, kindly like, share, subscribe, and make sure you're a part of the Lagos Talks family.